All right, welcome everybody to another deep dive. Today we're tackling something kind of, well, universal, something you bump into every single day, whether you're into trading, or just, living life,
Uncertainty.
and especially in trading.
Oh, absolutely. For this deep dive, we've got this quote that really kind of turns things upside down. Ready for this? Uncertainty is the foundation of trading. Accept it, embrace it, and stop chasing elusive sure thing.
Interesting. It's funny because most of us, we're kind of wired to want those sure things, right?
Yeah, especially in trading, it seems like everyone is always looking for that guaranteed win. But here's the thing, in trading, that search for certainty, it can actually, it can trip you up.
Okay, hold on. So wanting guarantees, that's a bad thing. I'm all ears because, certainty is kind of my jam usually.
Yeah.
But how does that, how does wanting guarantees actually mess things up, especially when we're talking about trading?
Well, think about it. You get fixated on finding that can't miss trade, right? You're so focused on being right, that you might miss some pretty big red flags. Or, even worse, you might end up taking on way more risk than you can actually handle.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, you're so convinced you're going to win, you just keep doubling down, even when things are, not looking so good.
Exactly. It's almost like you become emotionally attached to the trade. And you know what happens then. You start clinging to those losing positions, hoping against hope that they'll magically turn around. And that's when things can get really dangerous.
Okay, yeah, I'm starting to see the problem here. So instead of chasing these guarantees, we should, just embrace the fact that we can't predict the future. But how does that actually lead to better decisions? Yeah. Especially when real money is on the line.
It's funny, but embracing uncertainty is kind of like adopting this mindset of, a flexibility and adaptability. You accept that you can't predict what's going to happen, right? So instead of trying to, you focus on managing the risk and you develop these strategies that can actually work well across a range of possible outcomes. It's less about finding that one perfect answer, and more about considering multiple scenarios and thinking about how likely each one is.
That makes a lot of sense. Like, okay, we can't control everything. We can't predict every little twist and turn, but we can prepare for different possibilities. It's like, what's that thing some traders use? Stop loss orders, where they automatically sell a stock if it drops to a certain price. That's kind of like what we're talking about, right?
Exactly. That's a perfect example. They're acknowledging that, look, they can't control everything the market does, but they can control how much they're willing to lose.
That's like putting a safety net under your tightrope walk,
Mm-hmm.
Right. Exactly. But, it's not just about tools like stop loss orders. It's really a fundamental shift in how you think about risk and uncertainty.
So how do you actually put that into practice?
Well, instead of betting everything on just one outcome, you spread your bets. You prepare for different possibilities. This could be through diversification, options trading, or even just having a plan for what you'll do if a trade goes against you. It's like you're building a buffer into your strategy, a buffer for the things you just can't anticipate.
So we've talked a lot about trading fair, but this whole idea of embracing uncertainty, it makes me wonder how that applies to other parts of life too. Things are always changing, like choosing a career path. There's no guarantee you're picking the right one, right? Right. It's the same principle. I spend years trying to find that one perfect job, the one that you're absolutely certain will be a success. But that's kind of a recipe for paralysis. You could also embrace the uncertainty. You could experiment, try different roles, pick up different skills, and be open to unexpected opportunities. That adaptability, that's what lets you thrive in a world where things are constantly changing.
I mean, the only constant is change, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they say. And if we're fighting against that, we're going to be pretty frustrated most of the time. But if we can just accept that uncertainty is just part of the game, it frees us up to be more open to new experiences and to make decisions based on what we know right now without needing to predict the future.
That's it. That's the key. And there's a lot of research out there now on how this shift in mindset, how it can actually lead to better outcomes. Like studies have shown that people who are comfortable with ambiguity, they tend to be They tend to be more innovative, more entrepreneurial. They're more likely to take calculated risks, and to adapt to changing situations, which is crucial, really, for success in pretty much any field.
So embracing uncertainty, it's not about being reckless or indecisive. It's more about acknowledging that, we don't know everything. And being prepared for a range of different possibilities. It's almost like learning to dance with the unknown rather than trying to control every single step.
Yeah, I like that. It's a dance. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, shifting your perspective on uncertainty, it can be really, really empowering. It frees you from this need to have all the answers, right? And it allows you to navigate all this complexity, to navigate it with more clarity, more resilience, even with a sense of adventure.
Now that is an inspiring thought. As you go about your day-to-day, to consider this. How might embracing uncertainty actually unlock new possibilities in your life? What calculated risks could you take? What opportunities might be out there just beyond your comfort zone? Thanks for joining us for another deep dive. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.